guys, it's Stephanie, and I don't know if I'm recording, so let's give it a sec. All right. Hey guys, it is Stephanie from Natural Beauties, and I wanted to start a new segment once a week on Wednesdays. We're going to start doing Wellness Wednesday coffee talks. So just wanted to start coming live and sharing little tidbits and information with you guys. Maybe it'll be about wellness, essential oils, might be about skin. But I just wanted to start coming live, doing this regularly to be sharing more information with you guys and without it being a formal class, but you still get to learn a little something, enjoy it, maybe ask some questions that, your questions could feed future talks. So today I wanted to talk about quality. And also I'm going to start doing this about 9 o'clock every Wednesday. So aiming for 9 o'clock today. It took me a little bit to get on, but so 9:15, that's okay. Anyhow, I want to talk about wellness and our quality of essential oils. Those of you who know me and know my journey with essential oils, I was using oils for about 20 years before I discovered doTERRA. And my friend introduced me to them, and I was actually very judgy. Like, was thinking, I have therapeutic grade oils, I'm using, high quality oils. And finally, I went to a doTERRA class and I learned about the difference in quality and the fact that doTERRA is a science-based company that really, really, really puts a major emphasis on quality. Like, that is why they started the company. And the thing is, essential oils are a huge business right now. Everybody's into essential oils right now. You can buy them at the grocery store, at the gas station. Gas station essential oils are or TJ Maxx essential oils or whatever are not going to be the same level of quality as a high quality oil. I'm not saying doTERRA is the only brand. There are definitely other brands that are high quality as well, but not every brand proves that to you. So, one thing, of course, I don't think I have any. Yes. So, like, this is a Balance Touch that I just had on my nightstand. One thing doTERRA does with all of their batches is before they buy the batch from the grower, they send it to be third party tested. So that third party testing will ensure that it is as pure as it should be. If it's not as pure as it should be, we're not going to buy it. And so for every batch, you can look it up on the third party testing's website, this number that's on the bottle, and you'll be able to see all of the chemical constitutes and where they are, and that it and a scientist's signature saying that this is as pure as it should be. A lot of companies don't do that. So we third party test, and then we actually, once we buy it, we bring it in house and test it a whole bunch more. Like a million, no, they're not a million, but I want to say it's like 30 more tests are run on it in house before it leaves the building to go to your house. But the third party labs, lots of scientists have done research, and they've discovered that about 80% of essential oils on the marketplace are adulterated. Now, adulteration can happen in many different forms. It could be that you use a lesser oil. So something like cassia versus cinnamon bark. Cassia is more expensive and it's a higher quality oil, but it also is going to interact differently in your body than cinnamon bark is. So they might maybe put a little bit of cassia and then put a whole lot of cinnamon bark, because when you smell it, it's going to smell the same. It's both from the cinnamon plant. Even chemically, looking at the chemical constitution, it's similar enough that if you're not looking closely, you're not going to know the difference. But how it works in our body is very different. So you're getting a lesser oil, but still paying the higher price, and it's not going to work in your body the right way. But the other ways that they could do it is they could water it down with a carrier oil, again, making something that is, they're just making it less expensive. It'll still work well. But the most heinous version and probably most rampant version of adulteration is synthetic, lab created aromas that mimic the essential oils. So they look at lavender, pull out all the chemical constitutes, and try to create a synthetic version that is made out of chemicals. So it smells like lavender, but it's not the same. And it's not going to do the same thing for your body. And it could potentially make you sick. How many essential oil labels say, do not use internally, when it's something that comes from a plant? Like peppermint, when you rub a peppermint plant leaf in your hand, you're getting the essential oils on your hand. That's why your hands immediately smell like peppermint. If you can eat a leaf of peppermint, you should be able to take peppermint essential oil internally. But if it's got chemicals in it that are not meant to go in your body, then you really shouldn't take it internally. So when I talk about taking oils internally, I am literally only talking about doTERRA, because doTERRA is the only one that I know of that's pure enough that you can be 100% sure that it's as pure as it should be. I will post, there was a study a couple years ago where a third-party lab tested 10 different brands, and they looked at lavender, tea tree, and lemon. And of the 10 brands, only 3 brands were 100% pure on all 3 oils. Every single other brand had synthetic or, adulteration of some kind. That is a huge, huge problem. And when those of you who know my love of the science that doTERRA does, and the factor that a few years ago doTERRA started building clinics, medical clinics, where the doctors, their first line of approach is going to be holistic, looking at alternative ways to address an issue. So using oils, using meditation, using diet and nutrition, exercise. And then if they have to go to a medical method, they will. I'm talking a regular general practice doctor that you're going to see. And so maybe you have high blood pressure. They're going to approach it naturally first, and then maybe give you some medicine if they need to. Well, you start working and having medical doctors learning about oils and sharing that with their patients. A medical doctor doesn't want to be prescribing something that they don't know how it works in the body. So doTERRA partnered with a couple universities and started doing some research. University of Mississippi started a study where they were looking just at quality. So first off, they looked at year after year. They looked at, I think, 6 years worth of oils, and they looked at the chemical constituents that were in it, because if you harvest your lavender at different times, different chemical constituents are going to be higher or lower, and so you have to harvest at the right times for your oils to be absolute peak of what you expect them to do. And over the years that they looked at, the consistency of that was the same. But they also looked at and they compared it to the there's a international standard for which all essential oils are supposed to be at. So if you're looking at lavender, the certain amount of linalool that's supposed to be in your lavender, and linyl acetate, and there's many other chemical constituents, but those two are make up about 60% of lavender. And the international standard has a range, about a 20-point range of where the chemical constituent should fall. That's a huge range. That means some of it is high quality and some of it is not so high quality, and will not work as well. So they compared that, and year after year, doTERRA's was always on the higher range, and the difference was less than 2 points for every single year. So the consistency was spot on every single year. So we knew that it's a high quality. And ultimately, because of the factor that it is so consistent, the University of Mississippi actually released a published paper that declares that doTERRA's lavender is pharmaceutical grade lavender because it is so pure and so consistently pure. And that's huge. Like, that's groundbreaking for the difference of where we're taking the use of oils. And doTERRA then has started another study where they are looking at how lavender works in our body so that they can start thinking about dosing, how a medical doctor is supposed to dose oils. This is groundbreaking. So they're looking at how it works in our bodies, how it interacts in our bodies in comparison to a medical drug. And we're just breaking the ceiling, right? And this is very important, though, because we want to change the world and we want to change the way that the medical industry operates. We want to allow more natural solutions, right? It's what people want. If we didn't want it, there wouldn't be essential oils in the grocery store, like, people want natural solutions. But the quality difference is huge. And what made me do this live is I saw a friend who posted the other day about her loss of smell and taste. And there is this thing called olfactory training. So basically you're using specific essential oils and you're inhaling them. You're going to do like a deep inhale and then very short, like that, like short bunny breaths for about 20 seconds. And then you like kind of let your senses relax and you do it again. And you think about whatever aroma you are sniffing. So what you want is you want a citrus, like wild orange or lemon. You want a floral, like rose or lavender. You want a spice, like clove. Clove is the top one that's used for the spicy one. And then you can either use peppermint or eucalyptus. And you're going to practice with those 4 oils. But my friend was talking about how all the things she's been doing to try and get her sense of smell back, and that she has been doing this training, and that she just threw out there, you can get a kit on Amazon. Now, based on what I've been talking about, do you think a $30 kit at Amazon is going to be pure essential oil? I looked online. There's a $32 kit that has rose, which is one of the most expensive essential oils in the world. It had lemon, clove, and eucalyptus. Now, lemon, clove, and eucalyptus are affordable oils. you definitely could get them for about $30. But that rose is going to be way more expensive. And if you're not using high quality oils, this olfactory training is not going to work the same, because the thing about essential oils is even when you inhale the aroma from the bottle, the molecular structure is so small that they actually get into the air and go into your nose, and the little molecular structure of this essential oil is going to go into your body and get into your bloodstream and start working on a cellular level. Now, if you're inhaling a synthetic aroma, it's not going to do the same thing. And most of those oils, rose, wild orange, clove, and eucalyptus, are super healing, antibacterial, antimicrobial, antiviral, antibacterial. They are healing. They're going to work on a cellular level to heal your cells. If you're not using pure essential oils, it's not going to work the same way. It's not going to work on a cellular level. And the interesting thing about this is I've read a lot of scientific papers about this olfactory training, most of which say that it takes about 3 months to see improvement in your olfactory system. And actually, I forgot to say, when you're doing the training, when you're inhaling the oils, you're supposed to think about the aroma that you're smelling. So if you're smelling wild orange, you're going to think about the wild oranges. So imagine taking a bite out of an orange and the smell of it and the taste of it, right? And that's going to affect so you're using both your memory and your senses, and that your full olfactory system, right? And it's very impressive how it works. But most studies say it takes about 3 months for the change to happen, where your senses come back. And I had an impressive customer who back in October told me she was having this problem with her sense of smell. And I gave her just little samples of the oils she needed, told her what to do. She and her daughter both had lost their sense of smell. And this one customer, she was very diligent. She did it twice a day, every day, got her sense of smell back in a month. I was blown away when she came back into the spa and told me that. Completely blown away, because it was like the fastest I've ever heard of anybody recovering by using the olfactory training. Her daughter was not nearly as diligent, but at this point has regained probably 80% of her sense of smell. So amazing, amazing changes. And it works, you know. But quality really does matter, especially when you want to address a specific problem that you're having. Because if you're using a synthetic, chemically based aroma, basically a fragrance, most people who are into natural solutions know that fragrance is one of the worst things for you. When you look at the Dirty Dozen list, fragrance is on there, and fragrance is in so many products, and basically all it is chemicals, and they wreak havoc on our body. So if you're trying to heal your body, why would you want to use a chemical that's going to wreak havoc on your body? It's just beyond me. So I just wanted to share that not all oils are created equal. The other thing is, if you are an Amazon person, when you go onto Amazon, you will see doTERRA oils. Never buy doTERRA oils online. First off, or on Amazon. It's not approved by doTERRA. It used to be. Years and years ago, I guess it was. Long before I was with doTERRA. But then they discovered that people would actually take the caps off of a 15 ml bottle like this. You can take the cap off and you can buy new caps that go back on with the safety seal. So people would be buying a kit from doTERRA, and then they would water down the oils with some sort of synthetic or with a carrier oil, pop a new lid on there, and it would look like a brand new bottle of doTERRA essential oil. And that is the truth. That is what happens. I actually saw a video recently. I'm going to try and find it and share it. Somebody had the Deep Blue Rub from doTERRA, one that and they were a rep. So they had their bottle, and then they had one that they bought from Amazon. And the color of the cream was completely different. The consistency as they rubbed it into their skin was completely different. It's not the same product. So just beware. Buyer beware is basically what this live is all about, is quality matters. And knowing where you get it from matters, because unfortunately there are a lot of people out there that just want to make more and more money, and it's not about helping you. Whereas if you work with a wellness advocate like myself, we are literally about helping people. We don't just sell you oils and say, have a great day. Like, we are here to educate you. We're here to help you. I can't tell you how many people send me a little text message with a question, and they're like, hey, I need to do this. What oils would I use? And they text me, and I'm like, doo, 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 doo. I send it right back and tell them what to do. They'll share recipes with me that they've tried or whatever. It becomes a relationship when you have a wellness advocate like myself, and we are here to help you. We're here to help you grow on your journey of understanding oils and how they work in the body. And so, if you've never gotten into oils yet, feel free to message me. If you use oils but don't have the same support, message me, because again, not all wellness advocates actually communicate with their customers, or maybe they've dropped off of the business, they're not doing the business anymore, and you're just kind of like floating in the sea going, okay, well, I love my oils, so I buy my oils, but I don't really have anybody to help me anymore, right? I will help you. I'll still help you. Doesn't matter. I'm here to share the knowledge. And so if you have questions, reach out. If you are curious, reach out. I am here for you. If you have questions about specific things that you want me to talk about next week or the coming weeks, please, tell me what you're interested in. I would definitely want to be talking about what you guys are interested in. We are coming on to the 20-minute mark, so I am going to end this live, but I really am excited to start doing these weekly lives talking about oils and sharing information with you. I hope you found this interesting. I know this was a little bit like a super studious, serious kind of talk, but it's a serious talk that matters. It really, really matters. I mean, seriously, this is why I got into oils with doTERRA. As I said, I was using oils for 20 years. And when I learned the difference about the oils I was using versus the quality difference of doTERRA and the commitment that doTERRA has to not only provide the purest, but to make sure you know and have the resources to see how pure it is. They publish the science. That made a huge difference, because I went home from the class that I went to, I looked up my oils, I tried to do research, and what I found, either I couldn't find anything, or what I found was really bad. It turned out it had a lot of synthetics. So I switched immediately, because I was using these oils on my child, and he was only 3 at the time, and I did not want to be putting chemical ingredients on my child. That was the whole point of switching my life over to a natural lifestyle. And so doTERRA really changed my life, but it was all because of their commitment to quality that I switched. And so I just want to share that with you, because it's super duper important. Have an awesome Wednesday, and I hope to talk to you all soon. Have a good one.